understand how DB and Top Shelf get together. How does Top Shelf run into Slumni?
Well, Slumni started in an arcade in Oak Park Mall. Also, this pretense, this actually started in North Carolina, but Slumni teamed up with Beat the Competition TV, which I can undeniably not fucking put into this whole mix without it being making sense. But like these guys literally put on not only on a show, but they also put it on for the community. They did community work. So like it was behind the scenes things that I know about people. I do more than just shows. I own a toy store and a Comic-Con and an arcade, and I do funding, organizing, promoting, emceeing, and promoting.
Well,
So
damn, okay,
yeah,
let me get in here and start
yeah.
talking. Oh shit,
Hey,
running,
so
he
like
running off
so
the whole list.
no, like I have a history with Top Shelf because Luke and John were two MCs that I got to see organically come through and bring people into the mix. But then I also got to see them work behind the scenes because they actually give a fuck about what's going on. Not only just with the music, they are there for the music, but they are also there for the people. And they bring the people to their shows.
All right, now look, y'all. This shit has already started. What's a Guan and Bonjour Famille? Bump Jonas here, and I'm chilling with
DBD.
Top Shelf.
We're about to have a sit down at Syke, y'all. Let's get started.
Let's get it.
All right, so clearly we got the sort of origin story of how y'all got together and what it's all about, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I think what I need to understand though, actually let me get my cliche shit out the way, right? Who is DBD? Who is Top Shelf? What do y'all do and why?
Well, I'm gonna let Top Shelf introduce themselves first because they just killed a Paul Wall show and many and plenty opportunities before that solidified who they are to me. So I'm gonna let John and Luke talk about that, about who Top Shelf is.
Hell yeah, well, we've been at this shit for going on 3 years in July.
God damn, all right,
Yeah,
let's
man.
go.
So yeah, we're pretty new into it. And,
Okay.
You know, we linked up with Derek. We just started making moves, and we just knew, dude, from the first time we hit the stage that this is what we wanted to do. This is what we were about. We saw that, you know, we can connect with people organically and actually impact people's lives and actually, you know, get a conversation going and get to know people. I met a lot of people, dude, a lot of good people. Met with some shady people along the way, too. You know,
That's business,
stuff
right? That's
happens,
life,
man.
yeah.
But, you know, everything is a lesson, man. And I think, you know, that's like the important things to take from everything that we do with this is the lessons that we learn. So,
All right, are y'all stoners?
oh, yeah.
Because y'all were smiling like a motherfucker, man.
Oh, dude.
Top
hell
Shelf
yeah.
is quality, my G.
Duh. Bars, y'all know how. Okay.
Hey, they did the biggest 420 event in the city this year, my G. Like, they are Top Shelf. They are quality. It's quality music, but also they give you a performance on top of that, man. And that is everything people don't understand in this whole music thing is like, there's an artistry to it, and there's also a performance part to it.
Okay.
And also, you got to market yourself. You're a business at that
Okay,
point.
hold on. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
No. It's cool. I got them. I know who Top Shelf is. Can you break down DBD real quick?
So DBD, man, I came through in Wilmington, Delaware about like what was that, like 02, 01, and created an MC name.
Okay.
With some homies, and they were like, "Yo, you the shit, DBD. You know what I'm saying? You Dingleberry D. You know you, hey, you the shit that people can't get rid of." And I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna stick around then, I guess, right?"
Okay.
So you know, so I stayed. I did my thing, man. You know, and like honestly, man, community is everything.
Okay.
In North Carolina, Slumni Entertainment started with my guy Smirk McGurk.
Okay.
And me and Smirk, we did some big things together. You know, in a 45-mile radius, you had to go to Fayetteville, North Carolina, or Raleigh, North Carolina, or Charlotte even to see a bigger show than what we did in that community.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you know, we had a 45-mile radius. Man, we had hundreds.
So okay, is that because that's how I know you is as essentially as a promoter.
You see, a lot of people get me as the promoter thing, but like I also fund and organize and
Right.
I rap. I'm
I
on
can say there's a lot
I'm on
more
a King
to it.
ISO show next week.
You had a birthday show.
I
not
did
too
have a
long
birthday
ago.
show. Yeah, I had some sponsors.
You got a
I had
couple. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, but
so I do
that's kind of the
everything.
point, though, is that you come into the picture as a promoter in one perspective of how people get introduced
But
to you.
you know how people. You
But
out
the
of all
moment you
people,
turn it right, that's the moment
no
you.
promoter. That
Yeah.
word. People are like, fuck.
Well-
They're like, huh. And we know what a promoter does. We know, but I'm an entrepreneur. I'm all in different fields and things and doing, like, man, have I ever asked $1 out of y'all?
Nope.
Hey,
Never,
like,
not
and
once.
I like straight up. I like,
Oh,
hey,
snap.
like I give these guys free game. And honestly, if I see drive and pride in what you do, and I see involvement in what you can do, not for just you, but for other people,
Right.
I will invest in that.
Community seems to be a big word for
It's a
you.
huge thing for me, man.
Okay.
I do a Comic-Con. I do a lot of different things.
So, we're gonna get back to you guys, but we gotta get the whole picture together, right?
Yeah.
So, DBD is in North Carolina.
But
got-
I moved here 12 years ago.
Okay, so what gets you here? Actually, this is
So-
a two-parter.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
What gets you here and what keeps you here? Why are you still here?
So
That
I
kinda
moved
sounded
out
fucked
here
up, huh? Like,
for a woman
still
who I
here
used
for?
to be with for 10 years. And like honestly, like
Damn,
I
son.
love my baby mama. I have a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old son
Okay.
with her. But like sometimes opposites attract, but opposites also break up. And like my lifestyle is very different than other people's lifestyles. They can't keep up with. I don't understand that.
Right, because
People fall out of
you
love.
hustle, you move.
And I'm moving at a different speed and a different thing that a lot of people can actually understand and grasp.
Okay.
People get jealous. I can't help that feeling. Like it is either you trust me or you don't.
Right.
And that comes with business in this. It is with community. At the end of the day, I can't do nothing but show you what I can do.
Right.
And if you like it, it
Okay,
is what
that
it-
was some
yeah.
Missouri shit though. That was some Missouri shit, right? Some show me shit. All right.
I just try to give you the best of the version of me that I would want from the version of me back.
All right, so DBD is here now. DBD Slumni ends up hooking up with Top Shelf, right? So we got this trifecta of shit happening, right?
A lot of good shit.
Yeah, good shit,
A lot of
shit,
good
right?
shit.
Okay.
They're phenomenal.
So Jay Swift and Lucas, what do you guys bring to the table for each other? You know what I mean? Like, how do you play off of each other to be top shelf?
The first thing is we're family. We're cousins. So,
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're blood, man. So
Oh,
you know,
shit.
That's what I love the
So
most.
y'all got them
Yes.
creepy
Yeah.
bathtub pictures and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the arm be like, don't be talking too much shit, bro. Okay.
That's dope.
That was too much. My bad. But okay, so y'all are fam all the way, like going back, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
As
so
far as I can remember, man.
They
so
bring family out to the show.
so Lucas, when did you realize that Jay Swift could rap?
Shit, probably end of high school.
Okay.
I started rapping, just kind of messing around, having fun. And then he's like, oh, I should try rapping too. And we realized, like, we play off each other perfect.
Oh.
And I'm kind of the...
So he kind of got you into it,
Yeah.
inspired
For
you.
sure.
Okay. So you was just like, fuck it, I can do this. It's cool. And you're like, bro, I could do that shit too.
Yeah, dude.
Kind of for fun at first.
Okay.
And then we're like, we can actually do this shit.
So
Take
that's
it
my next
serious.
question is when did you take it serious? No, better yet, what was the catalyst? Like there had to have been something that said, oh no, I could fucking do this. So what was the trigger?
So yeah, dude. So actually, our first performance, and I would even say it's really sparked just before that. We ended up linking up with Dizzy Wright at one of his shows, smoking with him and chilling. And he was just rapping with him, dude, and just talking to him. And
Oh,
just
y'all
kinda picking
stoners
his
and
brain.
shit?
Hell
Shout
yeah,
out
dude.
to
Just-
Dizzy Wright. That's top
Hell
shelf
yeah,
for you.
dude. Just kind of picking his brain and shit, dude. And we're like, oh yeah, dude, he put on a hell of a show, dude. Everybody in there was vibing and shit, dude. And we're like, yeah, we got to do it,
Okay.
He's one of our big inspirations.
Y'all remember Smoke That Conversation?
Oh, of course.
That was one of the best albums.
course.
That's one of the best independent albums out there.
But yeah,
Smoke Out Conversation.
so then while we're at that show, dude,
Yeah,
it's
shout out to
crazy.
Dizzy.
It's like a full circle thing for us, dude, because like while we're at that show, we then meet some other cat that actually is one of our buddy's brothers. So I don't know if you ever heard of Eves, but he's he's an artist out here.
No, I can't say it, but I need to find him.
Yeah, dude, he's dope. He's dope. You should definitely check him out. But yeah, his name's Eves. We ran into his brother. He was throwing a show at that same place at Vivo whenever it was in Overland Park.
Got you.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
We all
in
know
July.
Vivo. Shout out to David.
Yep. So yeah, dude, we went there and shit and fucking.
You know you can't like that here.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we ended up going there.
Just a prop.
And
Pull
we
it out
ended
for a
up
prop.
performing, dude. And I mean, I don't know, dude. After we got off stage, dude, and like we told everybody as we were getting off, like this was our first performance, and everybody was just shocked. They're
Okay.
like, that's crazy.
Yeah, because how does that work out? How does it work out that your first performance is the trigger to keep going? So you obviously have music ready.
Mm-hmm.
You like,
Dude, just the way it made me feel, man. I don't know, just the way.
but
the
I mean, like
feeling
you
of it
already
just-
to have a performance. I would think you would have already had material out and was like kind
Yeah.
of shopping it or looking
yeah,
for stuff, right?
Yeah, so yeah, we had.
So
had
you
two
already
songs out.
commit. So you already committed
Yeah.
in some degree, right? You put money in, or you put effort to put a project together.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get real till you get on the stage.
I
Kind
mean,
of the
it was kind of the validation. Yeah,
Ah.
that's kind of what it was. Just seeing the reactions and
Okay.
everybody really fucking with our shit, and they were
Yeah.
like, and we're like, okay, yeah, it gave us that confirmation.
So, like, okay, we got this
okay,
shit.
Yeah, we got this shit. Like,
Okay.
you know.
So, kind of a playful question. When it come back to the music, though, which one of you, who can beat up the other?
Shit, dude.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'd say my money's on me. Shit.
He's like,
yes, he would, my G. That's
all
dope
right.
shit.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
don't.
good.
Hey,
You know,
I don't want no trouble in the parking lot.
At
I'm
the end of
just-
the day, at the end of the day,
I'm trying to
dude,
bump knuckles.
I would never, at the end of the day, dude, I'd never fight this dude. This is my fucking best friend, dude. Like, at the end of the day, I'm fighting for this dude, never against him.
No, and then
You know
that's
what I mean?
where we love that. We love that. No, but this is where I really wanted to go with it, though. How do you guys deal with the competitive nature of one being cousins? Like, because most cousins are like brothers. Brothers end up fighting. It's just, you know what I mean. Things get aggressive, right? But then y'all rap. Hip hop is a blood sport. So how do you two deal with the competitive nature of what y'all do?
Shit. We just push each other to be better. Like, he might be better than me on one track. I might be better than him on another. It just inspires us to go
Okay.
harder on the
He's
next
a
one.
Go back and
nature
forth.
probably
Oh yeah,
going
for
and
sure.
flowing.
And that's
I
the
like
cool
that.
thing about a duo too, is because
Right.
you know you get to come together and like we never like discuss songs before we write them. We just send the beats to each other, dude. We end up writing our own verses, dude, and then we come together and like we just spit it to each other. And
Okay.
shit, dude.
Dope.
It's pretty dope.
Some Mad Lib shit
Yeah,
here.
dude,
Okay.
and a lot of
All
shit,
right.
dude. It's crazy because it'll link up perfect, dude. Like we'll be saying similar shit, dude, in our verses and shit. It's crazy, dude.
Now,
Y'all same wavelength.
I want to pick on DBD a little bit here. You come from probably the same generational era of hip hop I do, right?
For sure.
And we definitely come from where like super groups were a thing, like
Oh, that's
duos, Outkast, Mobb Deep, UGK. I mean, I'm obviously signaling my region, right?
Yeah.
But for you, how do I put this? Like, which type of album has been consistently good? The solo project or the group projects?
I will tell you right now that I am
Not for these guys. I'm talking about in general.
I'm talking in general, and even for me, like energy is a big thing in music. I like up energy,
Okay.
and also I like when you don't have to worry about one thing when you can look at another when you don't feel the other.
Okay.
Like I want to keep your mind occupied at multiple times because that's entertainment, and people don't get entertainment, bro. Like it's a different thing. If I see you on stage, artistry, you can MC. You could be the dopest fucking rapper. You could be top shelf rapper. You could be the dopest people doing the dopest shit on a microphone. But if you don't have a stage performance,
Right. You don't have no stage
I
presence.
can't put you on a show.
Right.
Like you are stagnant, you are stale, and people want energy. People want flow. People want rhythm. People want authenticity because it is different when you see someone act and perform than it is to just be a lyricist.
Right. Right.
Period.
Okay,
It
all
comes
right.
to two different things.
Come on, that little game
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to pick on your age a little bit. Anything that's over 20 years is considered a classic, right? Well,
Indubitably so.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Cars, 20-year-old
Bro.
car is in that classic.
Paul Wall's a
realm.
classic. We just
Like-
brought Paul Wall. That's a classic motherfucker.
So, that's a great segue. Y'all know I love segues. What would you consider a classic song or project?
There's one word I can sum that up in. Timeless.
Okay.
You make timeless music, that shit is forever. That doesn't matter what it is. As long as that sticks to somebody in their brain and they can relate to that, and that beat has some kind of significancy from the old to mix it in with the future, even if it's just a combination or not, it doesn't matter. As long as people can relate, timeless is the word for that situation, bro. There is timeless music in this genre that people like Top Shelf, myself, ATM 93 and Alive, like there's a lot of people that keep this shit going
Right.
and flowing the most authentic we can, and that's because we genuinely care about music.
So, great damn answer. Come on, that was a good answer. We'll insert we'll insert an applause later, right? But speaking of music,
Yeah.
we're gonna stick with him, but I want you guys to kind of chime in a little bit. You're in North Carolina, or you were in North Carolina. You're in KC. You're obviously a hip hop head. What are some things that you see here in KC that you didn't see in North Carolina when it comes to the hip hop scene?
Plain and simple, opportunity.
Okay.
There's so much motherfucking opportunity out here that people don't even fucking take a blink on, which honestly, behind the times we are in North Carolina, we're in the Bible Belt.
Okay.
You think motherfuckers want to hear rap music in the Bible Belt?
Probably
They
not.
want folk, bluegrass, country.
Gospel.
They want rock.
Yeah.
They want that shit that we ain't providing.
Okay.
That's why people like J. Cole and DaBaby and people like who we were in the community were building things up because, like, man, that shit is real music no matter what it is.
Okay.
Like, and we infuse that. One of my best friends, hey, shout out to Rod DeVillain. You know, that motherfucker been mixing and mastering my music since I was 12 years old.
Oh shit.
Hey, that dude was one of the best harmonica players I've ever heard in my life. He could put a fucking harmonica to a bass, put it to a sub and make that shit sound like good guitar.
That's some Carolina shit. I just feel like that's some Carolina shit.
Bro, that was East Coast though. And we brought that shit to the South. He's in Colorado right now, and he's played with John Popper's son and Jack White from the White Stripes.
Okay,
he's played with people like big people, and he's done music with me. Some of my favorite music. I mean, honestly, infusing like combination energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you will put the best music you will ever in your life.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I my bad. I'm sorry to cut you off,
good.
but. You said the word energy, and that's come up a couple of times for you.
Yeah.
So, and there's a way that you are talking about artistry and performance.
Yep.
So I want to touch on energy a little bit.
Okay.
And I didn't get you guys to chime in, but I'm gonna come back to y'all.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a good.
Let's go.
No. We're gonna start with you, but I think
John
this.
Luke. Please talk
But
to me.
I want to find out from your perspective as the dreaded promoter, right? What does stage presence and energy control look like to you? Because you're on the other side of us. Are you on the third side?
I'm on both sides.
Well,
I'm
no,
front end
you're
and
on the
back
third
end.
side because we have the fans,
Yep.
we have the performers,
Yes.
and then we have the
business.
back end, right?
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
how does stage presence and crowd control, manipulating that energy, look to you from your angle?
I need someone to grab attention. I need someone to stand out that is different. It doesn't, like people recognize real. Period. People can automatically feel it in the first 20 seconds or less if you are about it or not.
Okay.
And that is free game for a lot of artists out there. Beat wise, artistry wise. 20 seconds, you got a window. If they don't fuck with it, they will go get a drink, or they will go talk, or they will go smoke.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
To lock them in, you have to have an intro. You can fall off in your body a little bit, rhyme and have a good time, but please at the end make sure there is some beneficial bars or something. Energy, man. Performance is energy. Like, there is so many times that these guys right here next to me took the show by surprise, was unscripted and phenomenal.
Okay.
Like, yes.
So I keep cutting you off, bro. My bad. But let's go to the other side of it, right? You're on stage. You're coming on after someone else who's probably did a fair to middling job, right? The crowd is ready for
They gotta
energy.
pick it back up. Yeah.
They're ready for energy, but they don't got it. How do you rectify that
You
situation?
demand it. You demand that energy.
Okay, so then how does Jay Swift? How does Jay Swift demand it?
I fucking, I just say Kansas City, I just yell that
Okay.
shit. Let's get ready to go. And anybody that's out here, dude, and they hear those words, Kansas City, hella loud, dude. Yeah. Are you fucking
love
ready?
that.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's-
I've been to a lot of, Tech Nine shows.
Tell them
So-
what you did, though. Tell them what
Okay.
you did on the Paul Wall
I've been to a
show.
lot of hip hop shows, dude.
You
and
gotta
I-
hear what he did.
Hold on, wait, cause we gonna get to Paul.
And I
Hold
just,
on.
dude, I take notes from all these good performers, dude. You know what I mean? And I just kind of put that into my own performance in a way.
Okay.
And I just kind of take all the good that I like out of it, and I'm like, man, yeah, I know what I can do that can complement that.
To cause it to pop off. So what are you doing, Lucas, when it's happening?
I mean, if the crowd's not bringing the energy, we just bring it to them. We'll go off in the crowd and,
You don't look like you doing nothing off stage for real. Like I'm just being honest, bro. You chilling on the subwoofer, like go, buddy. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, he definitely the more hype one.
Yeah, I
but
was
I'll
like,
still go off.
You
in
still
the
out
crowd.
there?
His
yeah.
energy
All
brings
right.
us, yeah. the
So once you
twist
get
of
up on
music.
stage, you just letting that shit go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm chill off the stage. I save all my energy for on stage.
Okay. So I do want to talk about the Paul Wall show.
Oh, let's
That's why I was like, I wanted to get
Let's
that
do
was
it.
that was kind
People
of a
don't
big
know.
chunk.
People don't
So
know.
number one, I want you guys to explain to me how did it happen for y'all? Like, did you just get a text from Derek like, yo, show the fuck up?
Yeah,
or
pretty much.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Phone call.
Yeah, we got a phone call from him. He's like, hey, I just got you guys an awesome opportunity. And we're like, oh, yeah, what's that? And he said, you guys are going to be opening for motherfucking Paul Wall. And we were like, no fucking way.
Right.
From there, dude, that energy was right there, dude. You know what I mean? As soon as I heard those words, dude, I knew that my mind was turning right into that, getting just that focus. Dude, it's like
Right.
playing sports. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And for me, it's just like just getting your mind right and in that mindset, dude, to go out there and absolutely kill it. Because, people come, they pay money to see you. I'm not ever going to be a waste of nobody's money, dude. Ever.
I like that.
They give me their
Bang
time.
for your
Time
buck.
is more
Right.
sir.
fucking valuable than that money they're spending to begin with.
That's
You know what I
word,
mean?
that's
I'm not
word.
going to waste either or. So,
Okay.
Hey, no, don't even sugarcoat it. Look, what did you tell me when you? Hey, what did I see at the bar that night? What did John do? Hey, listen, bro, I can't script the shit what they did. No, hey, from the shoulders to the fucking goddamn boulder that you. Hey, this man stole some girls, bro. Tell him.
Tell us the fucking story.
okay, so basically, yeah, dude, we were up there just rapping and shit. I'm just dapping up the crowd, just walking along the front of the stage, dude, and I just feel some weight pull me down. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. Someone's wanting to come up here. I'm just pull this chick up there. Well, she's with her man.
With her man, I checked him in at the door. I saw this shit. They were arm in arm. This
well.
hilarious.
You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck it. She wants to come. Let's let her get up here. You know what I mean? She gets up there. Fucking, we're all just chilling, dude. She starts dancing and shit. It was pretty cool, dude. And the perfect song played, dude.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dude.
Yeah, y'all ate that
Yeah.
up. That's
Hey,
some
look,
good
that
shit.
girl
Hell
looked
yeah.
like she was single as
That's
fuck
some
on
good
that
shit.
stage. That
Yeah.
night.
Well, and she was single as fuck afterwards.
Hey,
That's
I
for
bet
damn
she
sure.
was for top shelf.
That's
shit.
for
I
damn.
was like,
Whoa.
damn.
Come on, man. This is a family show.
Menage in the
No, I'm playing, I'm
garage.
playing,
Hey,
I'm playing.
I was like, shit. I was like, god damn.
Okay, so-
Rapping on someone's shoulders, going through the crowd and shit, have everyone.
Shit,
jump
yeah,
in the
John was
crowd.
on somebody's shoulders on
Okay,
that
so y'all
motherfucker rapping and
y'all was
shit.
tearing it the fuck up.
Yeah.
So how does that feel in that moment? You know what I mean? Like, so first of all, you didn't know that you were gonna be doing a show until like a week before or whatever, right? How do you, kind of a couple parters here, how do you get prepared for something like that? You know what I mean? To really mentally be ready, like I'm about to do a show
Yeah.
with indubitably, we'll use his word, a hip hop legend, right?
He is.
So you're getting prepared for that, but then you also actually get on the stage. Kind of walk us through a little bit of
Talking about sound check.
staying focused. I mean, you can be prepared for the big date, but then when the shit happens, are you really ready to
They were
laugh?
shooting with Paul
You know what I'm
Wall,
saying?
Dude,
motherfucking
and you
before
know
the
what's
show.
crazy? This was the biggest show that we did, dude. And I think I just mentally prepped so much. I was just ready, dude. I was
Not nervous
steady.
at all.
I was just so steady.
No
They were-
nerve,
they
no
were
nerves.
ready.
Dude,
They
no,
were ready.
No, dude.
Wasn't no
like-
spaghetti on
No,
mom's
they
sweater,
were
none of that
calling
shit.
me.
Like,
checking
honestly,
in,
dude,
they were like,
I
"We're
was
ready."
nervous the week before that shit, dude, but day of the show and shit, dude, nothing, bro. Like, it was just you're ready to execute.
Okay.
You're ready to go out there and get
More
it.
proud and ready for anything.
no
that I've ever-
glitches, nothing?
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing
More
ever.
confident in any artist that I've ever been on the shows with. Yeah.
So, how did it? I mean, I know we're spending a lot of time on this part, right? And we got to wrap up here soon, but this is a hell of a highlight, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what does the back end of it look like after all this is done, right?
Back to work, man. Yeah, it's
come
back,
on,
it's
come
back
on.
to work,
Can
man. Like, I mean, I don't know what to say, dude. Like, we just get off the stage, and then we're instantly, like, we already got 2 more songs cooked up.
Ready to
like,
go.
You know what I mean? Ready to go next few days.
But
dude.
how do you
Like,
celebrate though? Like, do you roll a bigger blunt?
Honestly,
do you order
dude,
extra?
so, yeah,
you know what I
dude.
mean? Like, you get an extra stack
So
of
the fam,
pancakes
dude,
at
we just
Waffle House.
celebrate
What's
with the
up?
Y'all
fam.
saw
We get the
merch
whole
and shit.
fam
Y'all
out
had a
there.
good
Yeah,
time
dude,
that night, man.
So, like, it was at the
You
casino.
went VIP that night.
Hell yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
they even they saw him rap and they were like, "We're gonna give you VIP over here." Like,
Okay.
hey,
Yeah,
did
it's
you not
pretty
have
dope.
your people in? Hey, but also that was leads into the next thing. We do have Max and OT coming up,
Yes,
and,
sir.
and they will be opening up for Max and OT as well. So.
Let's go.
Hey man, congratulations. You know, I didn't. First of all, this interview went really smooth. Like it just flowed, right? So we got to do this again. We got to bring y'all back.
Yeah, dude.
I always take a moment and give people their flowers. And the most, well, first of all, I've known y'all for about 2-3 years.
Yeah, man.
Since the Firefly show. Shout out to
Jerry?
DBD.
This is that Jerry
You know what I'm
Robinson?
saying?
Long
Oh, was that
overdue,
Jerry
bro.
Robinson
Yeah,
shit?
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
No, it wasn't. No, it
Was
wasn't
Jerry?
Jerry.
Was it King ISO?
It was
ISO?
it was the
Shit, we
King
got
ISO
next
after
week, too.
joint.
I'm better be.
But,
that's dope. That's just
Even
Hey,
then, you guys had that gritter energy, and it hasn't really changed. You know what I mean? You actually, you was still that same speed then too, bro. You just chilling. You was the smiley, like, let's go, let's bounce around. Okay,
Yeah,
so
dude. We're like yin yang, dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Perfect.
So
slow
I
and
wanna-
steady rinse a race, man.
I want to give y'all your flowers for being consistent and being just being gritters about this shit. You know what I mean? Because
for real.
the flash is one thing, but the substance is another thing. And a lot of times it's the day in and day out part that gets you to the bigger day. So kudos to y'all for sticking it out. I've known this guy for a couple years now, and he's quite a talker.
Yeah, dude.
But he doesn't talk like this very much. So
Oh, yeah.
either y'all impressed him or you got him drunk.
Yeah,
One of the
dude.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a huge supporter, and I will always stand up for what Top Shelf has done because they put in the effort and energy that anybody that would want to also not only complement the community, but the business side and also the artistry side of being an actual true artist. Because music, at the end of the day, is the big key thing to this. I support real music and I support community, and they done that shit without asking.
Now, here's the part that unfortunately means that we're at the end. We got to close up a little bit. It's the last question I ask everybody. When it's all said and done, when the show is over, when the song has been finished, right? What is it you want the folks to walk away with as far as a Slumni experience or a Top Shelf experience? What do you want the people to walk away with?
Something that they can relate to for sure, man. Yeah,
Something
man.
that they connect with.
Yeah.
You know.
There it is. Connection, relation.
I want something that people can feel that's authentic.
Yeah.
I want something that they know that even if they don't understand it, that they can dig into it to understand that it is something different and real compared to what they know. Because there's a lot of different lanes and things in this community, and people feel different at the end of the day. But we all can feel the same about one thing, and music brings people together.
There you
Yeah,
go.
fuck yeah.
Common denominator type shit.
It is what it is, man.
Now look, y'all. It's been a hell of a conversation. Bump Jonas here, and I'm chilling with.
DBD
There it is. Now,
and John in this. Hey.
a couple things before we get up out of here. Number one, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Thrax Pastry. Nothing for sale here, just a suggestion of where you can spend some time. All right, make sure you tap in with them. I promise, well, kind of. It's no guarantee you're not getting no money back, but you will enjoy the journey.
You
I
want
want
your money. You're going to forget
You know what
about
I'm
it.
saying? Yeah, you'll be throwing more money at it. But I also want to give a big shout out to Syke Studios. Without them, we wouldn't be able to produce and put together this whole setup. Make sure you tap in with them for all your recording and content needs. And of course, lastly, but definitely not the least, Sherry's Lounge. If you're into luxury cigars, you're into an upper scale vibe, or just into a vibe, tap in at Sherry's Lounge. Friday and Saturday is a great night to get some experience. It's damn near the new third social place. With that, as I always say, I appreciate y'all so much. Love yourself like you try to love the world. do something to earn your place in the world this week and just be some dope motherfuckers.
That's
Y'all have a
right.
good one. Peace. Hey, that was timing. Who said that piece on time? Good job. My bad. Hold on. We get it right. We get it right. Good job. Appreciate y'all.